And we're back to another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and looks like we've got ourselves some work cut out for us. Gotta figure out what we gotta do though, because when you're away from the game for a bit, you sometimes need to double check what's going on. So, and we got 2 empty cases, which is good news because as soon as we get a motherboard and a CPU that is used, we will apply it to those rigs. Oh god, that's freaking lame. All right, so we have enough cash. We can just go right here, take it. No, actually, 2 strong unbroken piece, 3 unbroken PCs. But we're not buying new shit. That's my policy on that. So we actually made $1,100. Nice. But yeah, I don't see the purpose of buying a pre-built PC other than to add more of your own shit to it. And and if you're gonna play the marketing thing to maximize profit, that would be a reason to do it. That is not the reason I would do it. It's a lot of work for little benefit. So just saying, it's not. I don't think it's worth it. All right, how you heard of it? Okay, so let's get to this because this ain't gonna get done on its own here. All right, so dude wants AIO cooling and is a big healthy budget for it. Do we have more memory? 8 gig 3000. So no. So let's go ahead and have at this here. So this is obviously a video card AIO water cooling combo. So first things first, let's plug in some goodies here. And now I don't know how we're gonna fit the cooling unit on here, but we're gonna sure as hell try. Either above us, we can't put it below, and we can't put it off to the side, so it's got to be up here. And I guess this would be what we would aim for here. Oh, come on, really? You're gonna deny me putting that on because of bullshit. So we gotta put the video card in foist. Apparently. Which is $100 remaining, which is the cooling unit. I guess I could have put it on that side, I guess, but oh well. Didn't happen, brah. Let's make sure the RAM is set right. As I drink a delicious beer that I just spilt a little on myself. Lick it up. Glorious beer. Whereas Firestone and Walker has always taught me beer before glory. And yoink. Alright, where was I? Beer before glory. Alright. So we're going to check for prawn, and we're going to check for processor. Or, I'm sorry, then we'll check for performance, rather. It started with a P when I was at it. It was kind of started with a P. So 3000 hertz, and obviously a new video card. Boop. So let's get the memory in there. This guy I think wanted MSI parts, but we'll double check. Who is this? Fiendish something. Fiendish MSI 3801. Let's run that. So I would assume that it's this guy. Actually, I don't assume it's this guy because the price is a lot left over. Oh, no. 25 over? Ooh, okay. I know what it is then. We'll come back to that in a second, because I know exactly what's going on. I remember exactly what we were going to do. And that's a lie. I'm just guessing still. But I'm pretty sure what we were going to do was upgrade the CPU with the lighter video card, because we had the option to do all of it. So, 6320. Which means now all we got to do is buy a shitty-ass Skylake motherboard. Which will be good. And that's one of the rigs that we can work on. Let's make sure this is set. $572. There's $2 remaining. Oh boy. Alright, let's run the virus scan. Yeah, we got everything here. I think we did this, and I'm just doing it again. It's clean. It's a bit of a slower one here. All right. Okay. So this should be done and fine. We did everything there is to do. Anything new? No. We're just hoping for the best. I feel bad because we can't even get like that one processor that dude wants. So alright. Did we actually do this? We should have. Holy crap, we didn't. 3801 versus 3728. I don't even remember if we could go up, but here's something we can try. Let's see if we can get more performance. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, what did this guy actually want? 16 gigs of RAM. So the old processor's got to stay. There's just no question about that. But then what would we actually be able to put in here? See, this is the kind of stuff that pisses me off just a wee bit, but it's obvious that... Wait a minute, hold on. 355. And our budget Okay, so we could have gone 115 more. So 355. 470 was the really 470 was our range. Oh wait, no. So we need to actually put everything that was in here back in here, and then kind of figure out the rest from there. Let me see here. 470. Okay, well, I guess I was trying to nickel and dime that, which was a dumb thing to do. It apparently didn't help me. 470. Isn't this what we had? The 390X? No. Ew. Well, 470. Let's just buy this, I guess. And let's try it again. Did we meet it? Yes, we did. Okay, so this one's done. And we'll power that down. That's running. Okay. Let's collect on this if we can. Nice. Hope no deal. Oh my god. Alright, so really quick. There's a build. And there's... So there's two builds. And 2 repair jobs. Let's take a look at this while we're waiting. Okay, so I stupidly downloaded some files, sent me a file someone sent me while I was streaming, and they said they would help me with lags. I don't know what SMT or something. Well, guess what? It was a freaking virus, so my PC is acting really weird. Like pop-ups everywhere, my browser's messed up. Can you run a scan and get it back to normal? I've got 6.5 files on the way for me to get back streaming. Oh yeah, we can do that. That's simple enough. And then this dude... It wants, can you help me with make my PC faster? I won't be happy if it can't benchmark 408692. 160 gigs of RAM instead. An AI cooler will give me some header from mobile clock later on. I see what the testing said. Don't try to pass up any used parts. I want all new stuff. So he's at 3300. Her X470. Isn't that what we have? Oh, RX 480. We want 16 gig. We want 16 gigs of RAM, which that's easier. That's as easy as pie. That's not a problem. But the question becomes, I don't know. Well, let's get the stuff we know he needs first. So 8 gig 3000. Memory 3000, 8 gig. So minus that. Pretty much minus the liquid cooling. 640. He technically has enough freaking juice. And this is M270. So we could theoretically put another RX 470 in there. We have an 8 gig, but that's not going to help us here. We can't, yeah, we can't recycle. Is it gaming? Oh, well, we do have a used, I bet that's a used one. We can't use the used one. Yeah, so it's used. We can't do that, but we can use a new one. And where are we at? That's 470. We should be able to meet that. Now let me check. Yeah, we should be able to meet his requirement. I mean, the fact that we can dual card it should be enough. We also have the GPU tuner, so we can upgrade the tuning on that. So, good. We can't really do much about a 7300. How much money do we have? How much money do we actually have left? With 345, so theoretically we could put a better processor in there. What does he have? An i3 7300. i3 7300. So way down here. So we can check 74 and 75 and 76. So let's go up to like 76. 190. 260. We could go all the way there. So that should work. We'll accept this. Computer required for science. I'm Giovanna Sciarra, a physicist embarking on a research project that, without wishing to exaggerate, looks set to revolutionize the entire field of theoretical physics. Naturally, I'm in need of a computer system to run experience, and I've heard you're reliable. I'm on a tight budget, $1,000, as this is currently a solo project, but I need something to control the specialized equipment I've ordered from Switzerland. Can you sort me out with something basic? A benchmark of 4,200 would be plenty. Thanks. Never memorize what you can look up. Einstein. Giovanni Sciarra, PhD. Alright, so, he needs a 3D Mark score of 4,200. We are sitting on a freaking slurry here of video cards. And we can also put these 3,400 things in there as well. The catch is getting that massive performance boost that he wants. 1,400, but we have a 980 and 970. We have two 970s that we can try out. We don't have the wattage to dick with these guys right now. And we also have two 980s. I think the 980s would get us there easily. And that's SLI. We also have the RAM we were talking about. And this is nominal. So let's go in with $1,000 budget. And then we also want to make sure we get a motherboard that can handle this memory at 3,400. So let's try to make this as realistic as possible. So power supply, we want the 650. So it's it's going to be minus 60 for the power supply. The case is going to be minus 50. Storage is going to be... Oop, I didn't actually add the case in there. Right? No, I did not. Storage is going to be minus 60. Graphics cards we got. Memory we've got, but I do want to look at it. 3,400. So let's just say there's two of these in here. Minus 116, minus 116. It's 598. So we need a motherboard and a processor. We need a motherboard that does SLI and Crossfire. That's the most important thing. 3,600 would be objective. Actually, this Kaby Lake seems to be the best deal in town at 175. Does both and 3,800. So let's say minus 175 there. Cooling, we have some used ones we'll get rid of. And then what's the best processor we can put in here? Maybe not. Well, you know what? Let's not do the best. Let's go down a bit to like 7,500. So if we go down to minus 180, that would give us 240 to work with. Or We go down to 70. We can do 7320. That's a dual core. I don't want to go that low. We could go with a 6400. See, that's 4 cores at 3300 versus 2 cores at 41. It's 155 for 15 more. We can go here. So let's say minus 170. It's 253. I think we'll be okay. Alright, I got a request for a new PC. I really want to get a decent FPS, and hey, TOEFL Boyfriend is a School of Hope and White Wings. I like it done in 12 days at recommended specs. I know these PCs are cheaper like new ones. Okay, so I don't think any of these guys have any weird cabling requests. So for this one, we accept this out the door. We have a budget of $13.59. So let's say $13.59. And we need to go, will it run Hey TOEFL Boyfriend at rec specs? Okay, let's take a look here. So the video card is kind of negligible. But he wants all new parts. So no matter what happens here, we got to go all new parts. So, but it doesn't mean we need to buy shit either. So let's really quick. Let's get some of this done. So obviously $60 for that, $50 for the tower, and then $60 for the power supply. I may as well just stick with the same shit. Minus 175 because I want to go with the same motherboard. But I'm not necessarily going to do the same everywhere else. So we need to go with an Intel processor. It's higher than 4520. So I would say our best bet is 74. Actually, we can go, I think, as low as 7320. So let's do that. Minus 130. We can make sure that this is... it's Kaby Lake, so that's fine. And then the cooling, we got to do news. So the cooling, we'll just go with something cheap. That puts us at 874. So memory on that board is pretty high, if I'm not mistaken. 3800. So let's go to memory. We actually got a lot of room to work with memory, so let's do that. We have 3800. So if we go with these big Trident Z's, we can max this motherfucker out. Minus 272. Minus 272. Which gives us 330 for a video card. So nice. And then VideoCard 330. Anything 330 would be great. 23, 25, 330. And since he wants new stuff, we have to do this. But he might come back later for an upgrade, so that might get us 2 crossfires of these RX 570s. So, looks pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and go back, close out, and let's order everything now. And this guy should be done now. 4164, yep, there we go. Yeah, so it was just a VideoCard. Well, I guess I could have used the one I accidentally bought, but whatever. We're already in this far. And actually, it was $355, so we wouldn't have been able to use it anyway. So, we have it for later. Alright, this one is... Oh, let's make sure the cost is effective here. 35 remaining. Okay, good. Good. These are empty cases, so let's just put these in storage. So we can't really utilize them now. And let's grab some parts. And... those were what I needed, weren't they? Those were the ones we were just going to start working on. Because we already put the two, and I thought they were the same two. Okay. Whoops! Giovanna is the one we're going to do second. We're going to do this guy's first. This fool has the fancy shit in his rig. Whereas the other dude's going to get some used parts that we want to kind of toss. AKA get rid of. AKA dump because they're shit. Storage, solid. And let's go with these Trident Zs. So we're obviously not going to get max output, but this is the highest we can possibly get performance-wise out of this guy. And then we'll use a fresh one. And then a graphics card. Let's plug it all in. We'll double check too, but I'm pretty sure we're good. $0 remaining. That's how it's done, son. And I don't think he really asked for anything specific outside of it being new parts and that. And then this guy doesn't give a shit. Alright, so let's restart. And make sure we set the memory to as high as we can get for performance. I want to see the score on this bitch. Even though the video card isn't that great, so it's not going to be as high as you would think. But he's got really good memory in there, and he's got a really good processor for the performance level that it's running at. So, power supply, storage, graphics card. I think we were going to go with two 970s, so... Oh, well, first things first. I think we were going to go with two 970s. So let's open this. Like that. It should be correct. Put in this guy. I need to open two slots. Open Sesame. Graphics cards. We're 970s. And we're going to see if these work. These two 970s may not be enough power. But you don't know unless you try. And boop. Memory is these. Why do I have so many of these in here? It should be this. $95 remaining. Yeah, it better be that. And cooling. We can put probably the most expensive one in here. Or at least the most awkward shaped one. Doesn't fit. So we need to figure out what to do with this guy. Or just sell it. It is worth a lot though. Put this bitch in there. Bloop, 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 bloop. Close that up. $35.85. All right, this guy is done. And then we need to set the RAM really quick here. 3,200 though. That's, I thought we could get more out of that. I'm actually kind of concerned now. What do we get out of this? 3,800. Okay, so it must be in set intervals, which is fine. It's got to be set intervals. All right, this one should be done. And then we'll get this one going. Nice. Still didn't get it yet. Motherfucker, we're just not getting lucky on this at all. Well, we've got two in transit that are relatively easy to do. But it's frustrating in a way, because it's like you would think, here, we should be able to do this, but alas. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, bro. So, we're pretty much waiting on this guy. I gotta pee really badly. And I still got like 10 minutes. I gotta sit here Just pause it. You've done it before. I know, but I feel guilty every time I do it. And then we got to pay our utility bill. Anything good coming? It looks like a case. Or, no, a fan or something. Graphics card. Another fucking 290 great. We might have to just sell some of those. 2 broken PCs coming in. Sweet. The problem with the DFLs that I'm noticing, too, which might be a reason to just sell them outright, is these really high wattages. So, you know, we're going to sell these because we'll never get them out of here. The wattage is just too insanely high to deal with. It really is. Even though we're going to lose money on these, I'd rather just get them gone. Like the 980 we might actually have use for. We have 2 980s in here. One's a Gamer, one's a Gamer XL, and I believe they work together. They'll work with each other, but it just doesn't make sense to sit on them anymore because we may never get to use them. We may never get to use those. We'll never use this. Fuck that card. But the idea is that it gets to a point where you have to sit there and go, DFLs are dumb. They don't really work. They don't really give you what you need. Fuck them. And that's really my stance on that, by the way, because until we get access to 1,000-watt power supplies, or even that case, maybe 750, there's no point in holding on to them. And there's no telling how long we're going to have to wait for that to be accessible. So it just makes more sense to dump it. All right, let's go ahead and collect this. Any luck? Nope. So we'll keep waiting. I'm going to wait this out until we get the actual fucking part we need. God damn it. And then like the day that we get it, we're gonna wait the next day just so we can get everything else. So we have 2 oh god, there's another one. No, die. We didn't pay 100 for that card, I'm pretty sure. All right, power up. Let's get to it. We'll do the repair rigs separately here as we can. We'll get one started and then we'll do another one. So let's see, what's wrong with you, buddy? Looks like you've got a bad hard drive. And it's a 3 terabyte. What's in here? A 1070, huh? But this motherboard could go crossfire. As is this power supply. So what I'm thinking is take out this 1070 mini. It's a good card. I think we can do more. Let's go ahead and repair the broken hard drive. Is there 2 hard drives in here? So really, we're not going to add another hard drive. We're just going to take this shitty one out for the time being. Because we're not going to get much for it. So, and yeah, we could replace it with that one, but then I wouldn't be able to build one later. I think it's in our best... we need to do crossfire. And I want to say I have 2 of these somewhere. Well, that's new. I thought we had another one. Or it wasn't that one, it was the other model. I could have sworn we had something like that. Is it this one? Though I could just manually go through these and actually figure it out. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, well, then what the hell did we have? Get out of there. Maybe it was this one. I know that we had 2 of something in here that would have been compatible. I just... too lazy to figure... Ah, here we go. Boom and boom. And let's make sure the RAM is set. Now, what we can do is we can actually now start getting more for our rigs, making this even more important. What we can do is... take a look at our wattage, figure out how much wattage we're spending. No operating system found because it was all on the slow-ass drive, which is stupid. I wonder why they wanted to get rid of it. And the idea is that we can boost up the GPU as much as we can get away with. So these guys can't be... Okay, hold on. Before we figure this out, we got to figure out the wattage of the strongest card here, and then double it. Doing this will give us so much insight to the rig that we can really sit down and actually optimize this guy and get the most money out of it. So as you can see, I'm putting on the GPU tuner. Yeah. Let's power this down. Let me take one of these cards, this bottom? Which one's the biggest? They're exactly the same. So let's go ahead and look at this here. It's a 120 watt card, so this is 240 watts, plus the processor, which is probably less than 100. So 340 watts on 160 piece power, 150 watt power supply, or 600 watt. So we have some room to upgrade the GPU on this. And really what it is that we can pretty much optimize the performance by getting more wattage out of the power supply. Now, if you don't have that in your power supply, you obviously can't tune it higher. You are, however, at risk of getting a blue screen, but not necessarily damaging the computer. So, but keep that in mind. It's a very nice way to get extra cash out of these rigs. So, like the fact we got dual cards, it's already at 607. And then, based on the performance, you could get more money out of it. So, it all kind of adds up here in the long run. Alright, and then this, obviously, we have to put something better in than this. Which would be this. Oh, no, we were going to put in 2. Because that should be enough. And I think we had a better processor to put in here. Yeah. We had a fucking Titan to put in here. Do. Make sure the RAM's set right, because it never is. Now this should get us there. I'd be kind of weirded out if it didn't, because it's got one of the best processors out there, and it's got 2 cards in there, and it was only off by a couple hundred, and we are getting more performance out of this rig. So, again, sometimes though this game does weird stuff, and I don't know if it's like in real life that it's correct if we were to do this in real life, or if it's just a result of the game being kind of weird. Because I do think you would think with this performance we would get those numbers. So we doubled the RAM, set it to the right speed. And we still have $155 remaining. I could have put in another stick of freaking RAM. We don't have another stick in here, do we? No, we don't. Good. Blue screened. Okay, so when the blue screen's like that, we could just turn it down. And that's really the easiest thing to do, is to just turn every... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. To just kind of turn it all down. Let's run the scanner. Run 3D Mark Advanced. Alright, let's go over here, try again. So obviously it's too high. Now there's another way to try it, and that's to not run it in 3D Mark, but I just figure for those of you who are not too tech savvy, it might be easier to just run it in 3D Mark. Let's get this going, because that's an easy repair. And we need to just put this and the 3D Mark on there. Riddled with prawn. Boop. So now everything is running, and we do have another rig we got to repair. What's in here? Shitty processor, shitty power supply. 970 gamer. We may as well leave that in there, because we don't have a second one. We have, as opposed to that, we have 2 980s. Or take out the 350 and put in 2 more, a bigger... Ooh, it's got a Kraken in there. We're going to take that Kraken out for sure. Put something shitty in there. This might be one to dump some shitty stuff on, so we'll think about it. And maybe put a single slot card in there. But we're definitely taking out the Kraken because we could use that for other fucking things. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and do PC Bay. Sure, because it could be a while before that shows up. Yep. Broken, you say? I'll take it. RAM, you say? I'll take it. This one's finished up at 559. Always a good number to finish up on. Let's pay our electricity bill of 168. Fuck off. And all right, so this one got the score. Sweet. 6601. So we did it and saved a ton of money. So this guy should be grateful. This one is done too at 6122. Nice. Which actually puts this at 1184 in value. So that's already a big and vast improvement from what was in there. Let's go ahead and shut this off. That's done. And just to make sure we did this, because I'm worried I might have forgotten. Look at that go. Love that freaking hard drive. So this one's done. And this one is also done. While that's going, let's go ahead and put a PC Bay on here for 1184. That's not bad. Now, obviously, we're not going to get that out of this piece of crap. We'll have to just do it, kind of figure it out as is. Which, again, it may not have that much wrong with it, but let's see what's wrong with it, because whatever's wrong with it is going to dictate how we handle it. Shoot! Really? Really? That's why there's 155 left over. Motherfucker. Did I not buy it? I did buy it. But like an idiot, I did not install it. Which means we're going to have to retest it again. Well, that's fine. We got another rig we got to work on anyway. Off you go. Beauty panel. Piece of shit. But we know it's going to succeed, so we just got to get it going. Man, sometimes we make mistakes. Boot that in. No boot device, so the hard drive on this is bad. That ain't gonna run. Let's put this in. So we don't have a hard drive now for a custom rig, but that's okay. We can buy one. Holy crap, we can already run it. Well, we'll come back to that in a second, because I want to figure out what else we could do to it. So the 970 pretty much can go. It's not worth very much in there by itself. What RAM is in there? Oh, some shitty RAM too. So we could actually take the RAM out and sell that as well. Let's take these two things out. The processor is also shitty, but not so shitty that we need to break our backs to make it less shitty. But we do want to take the Kraken with us, because this is a good rig, and it would be a waste of money to leave it on here. Yeah, so fuck that. Mine. Let's put the dust filter back on, plus the front panel. Okay, so first things first, we need to put some cooling on here. Anything that's weird and awkward shaped. I'm gonna put this guy on there. Just open two, because we might have two worth putting in. Memory. We're not going to put in our best stuff. 2 gig cell. 4 gig cell. What kind of motherboard is this? Okay, so we can get 2666. Do we have anything in that range. 2,400. So we're not going to get much better than that. So let's just put that in there. And we're only going to be able to get one video card in here. And it can't be too beastly, but it can be beastly enough. So let's go with this guy, because we got another one of these coming in the mail, so we may as well just put this in here now. And that raises its value a wee bit. Okay, but really quick, I want to set the RAM. We're not going to be able to boost this up at all, so there's no point in even freaking trying. Just going to say that right now before any of you get bright ideas, thinking that, oh, why didn't you boost it up? Because it's not worth boosting. It'll fucking blue screen if we even fart in its general direction. All right, now this one is done. I was going to say, $155 doesn't sound right. There's still $85 remaining. Power down. Is it good? It's good. Wait. It says it's missing something. Oh, it's not plugged in. I was going to say, motherfucker, it's done. Alright, so that one's good. And then that one's good. 7,600. We need 7,700. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Really? Really? How far is... Okay, let me check something. How much is 7,600K? That's something we need to know. I need to know. It's 4,200 versus... So it's probably 4,400. I don't know if we could actually do this, but I am sick of fucking sitting on this as long as we have. So if we don't luck out soon, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and try to do it. Thanks for the computer. It works a treat. My package from Switzerland finally arrived, and I spent several hours on my brand new Kaleidomax 4500 particle accelerator. It's much as the same as the old Kaleidomax 4000, but its sensitivity of muon chambers has improved, and it comes to a glossy red color that puts the 4000 still gray to shame. Naturally, there were some minor teething problems. When I initially warmed the system up, the magnetic coils attracted every metal object in the house. Bright side, the several hours I spent extracting all the silverware from the walls was the perfect opportunity for me to go over the theory in my head. I'm going to be spending the next day or two moving the equipment into the shed, but I'm most likely to be skewered by airborne cutlery. I'll keep you updated. Giovanni Sciarra, PhD. The good thing about science is that it's true whether or not you believe in it. Neil deGrasse Tyson. That is true. Regardless of whether or not you believe in it, it is true. These are all repair gigs, so I'm thinking on the next episode, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to attempt it. I think the best deal that we can do is go for the 7700 and go for 4400 megahertz. So that's 260. So we have 90 for a liquid cooling. And we might just try to go for it. Because at this point, it's like we're banging our head against the wall for little rationale. And it's really just driving me nuts. Worst cases, we have a really strong processor and not much else. So it just makes sense to finally be done with this rig. And say, hey, we need to get the right processor for sure. Rather than guessing on whether or not we need it or not. So 546 sounds like a fair deal to me. Alright, and on top of that, we've got a used processor. We've got memory. We don't have any storage anymore. So we might have to look into that. But we've got power supplies and cases. So we need storage or a motherboard next on our list. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I am your host, the RPG Guy. And when we come back, we'll try to see if we can troubleshoot this next rig. And we will also be tackling some new rigs and some new stuff. Again, trying to figure out if this is doable or do we have to wait for the 7700K, and I'm hoping that's not the case. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackTartStudios for live stream gaming, where we do tabletops, board games, video games, and Hobo Headcrab from our Chairman of the Board show is doing some blind playthroughs as well. And check out that channel, twitch.tv/JackTartStudios. Again, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.